Welcome back to The Wolf and the Melody. My name's Tommy, and tonight we are diving back into Sabaton with one of their latest songs called Made of Steel. It's the lyric video. Now, I have some other Sabaton videos that I'm going to be doing. I'm trying to space them out, but this one really caught my eye, and I really wanted to dive in and see the lyrics and the direction they go with this song. So, yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you all so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. You know, I started this channel about 2 years ago, and it had really just it had a very small focus. It was, I wanted to dive into music that I missed out on. I was really detached from music for about 10 years, and I just wanted to dive back in, and I wanted to see if anybody would want to sit and just talk music with me. Talk life. There was never this goal of trying to build this big YouTube channel or care about the algorithm and all of that. No, dude. I really appreciate the human connection, and I love that music can open the door to deep, introspective conversation. I love that we can talk about life. I love that a song can remind us of a time in our past, or a desire of the future, or a moment in where we're dealing with right now, or just anything. Music is a catalyst. It is a bridge that brings people together. And in this day and age, y'all, you know how it's crazy. We have so many forces that just want people at each other's throats. And music has a way of stripping that stuff down and keeping it pure, you know what I mean? And so I love that music can bring people together, and we have to come together. Despite our differences, we got to learn to work together and try to stand up, you know? And I wanted this channel to be a safe place for people, a place where people can be comfortable and share their feelings, share their thoughts, you know what I mean? And that's the focus of The Wolf and the Melody. So let's check this out.
Friends ablaze in the darkest of days. Call for a savior and hope is rising. A woman adored with the power of the sword. Noble or not, but this is what you sought.
Yeah.
But she has been chosen. She will carry the mark. The shine of the starlight. For here comes the dark. Will you fight to be free? Tell me, what do you see? A soldier, a man, or a maiden, a woman with fire and steel. She's breaking the
Love the art.
lightning and thunder, awaiting the wonder to come. Resistance begins with the crown of a king. Spearhead the army and wield the banner. A siege of Orleans where her bravery's been seen. Lead the attack, far rise up and come back. We're a part of her story. We'll carry the mark. Oh, memento mori. Do not fear the
Dude, I love, man, that one line, engulfed by a spark. The symbolism in that, you know, the passion to stand up for what you believe, the spark of that fire within to follow what is right, to stand up against the oppressor, to not back down, and then obviously engulfed by the spark of a flame, the way I love I love how they focus on moments of history. I love that they provide this view to where it's not so much on what side, but it's just this is a historical moment. Look at it. Look at why, Joan of Arc stood up for what she did, what she believed in. Look at how she led people and followed this truth that she felt inside of herself. As I get older and I look at life, right? There's always people that seek control, people that seek to press down those that they deem below them. They will always hate the person who stands up to them, the person who holds their fist at their face and says, "No, you're not going to control me. You're not going to rule me. You'll have to kill me." And we have a lot of those moments in history. You know what I mean? But the story of Joan of Arc and just everything with her. I'm going to say something, and this is something I've always believed. This is something I've always felt in myself. I never jumped on that wagon, and I wasn't really raised that way, where women are lesser than a man. I've never thought that. And I know that in history and in moments, it really pissed people off when they would see a woman stand up and do something. And it blows my mind that we, in society, especially like the Christian culture, the that religion that's really shaped a lot of America over here and everything, they have like these rules on what the role is of a man and what the role is of a woman. I don't understand that. You are a human being. I am a human being. Follow what you believe. I follow what I believe. It doesn't matter the sex. It doesn't. I just never. I didn't buy into that. I never wanted to treat someone lesser than me because they weren't my gender, my sex. Like, I've always viewed people at eye level, especially when it comes to even relationships. It's in relationships, I want to work with someone. I'm not trying to control you and tell you how you. No, dude, it's you and me working together to overcome, to build love, and to do great things with our lives. And so the way that people still struggle with the idea of a woman in power blows my fucking mind. We are all in this together, and I would like to think that a lot of us are trying to make the world a better place. It doesn't matter. Let everyone stand up. Let everyone stand up for what is right and to make a stand. It doesn't matter. It kind of infuriates me that people still have this mindset um that women are like less than. You know what I mean? And that blows my mind, dude. No. I don't like the idea of lording over someone. I have a strong personality. I'm very stubborn. But I also know that I have compassion for people, and I never want to put my boot on someone's throat to press them down so I can go higher. No. But again, back to the song. Sorry, that's my little rant. I love I really have grown to appreciate Sabaton a lot more. For some reason, we've done quite a bit of reviews, but for some reason, Bismarck really ignited something in me, and now I've been listening to him more like on my own free time. Just it's been really cool. It's been really cool, and they've dropped a couple videos here soon, so we're gonna be doing that. I got some other special little things going on with them, but like I said, I'm spacing them out, and it's gonna be a good time, y'all. It's gonna be a good time. All right. Hey, you know where to find me: Instagram, Facebook. Reach out if you'd like to connect. Please know how valuable you are, how important you are. You matter. What is going on in your life this moment? It can be fucking hard, but it doesn't define you. And take a minute to breathe. It's gonna pass. You know, I'm gonna share something with you guys. I've spent more of my life. I'm sharing this because this is where I'm at. I've spent most of my life not liking who I am. I've talked about this before. I have less time trying to like who I am and really appreciate the man who I feel like I'm becoming and who I'm trying to be. But I'm working through a lot of the mental hurdles and obstacles that I've put up inside myself, and just based on experiences and everything. But there comes a time where you don't want to carry that shit anymore. I don't want to hate myself. I don't want to walk through life thinking I don't deserve anything good. I don't want to feel that way. I don't, and it's become, those moments where we constantly rehash or rehearse moments in our life that really hurt us. They become very familiar. That becomes our, if you've been hurt in a relationship or hurt at a job, next thing you know, you think every relationship you're going to have or every job is going to fucking suck. That's not true. That's not true. But our body, it regulates to that, and it becomes part of our identity. And before you know it, years go by and you're afraid, you're scared, you don't like yourself. And I don't want to do it. And so I'm in this stage of life where having grace on myself, kindness to myself. And I know that by doing that, by working through these things that I put upon myself, it's going to help me connect with people more. We need compassion. We need compassion on ourselves, and we need compassion for others. Now, not everybody, some people, we don't need to just bend over for everybody, and that's not what I'm saying. We got to use our wisdom and our intuition, but I hope you know, guys, but apart from this video, that who you are and who you're becoming, doesn't matter what age, it matters. You matter. And your life has meaning. There is something inside of you that tells you to dream and to believe in something that's outside of your comfort zone. Stand up. I don't want to see any of us get to the end of our life and ask ourselves, why did we not live? Why did we not? Yeah, it might have been hard at some moments, but I know if I would have just trusted and just, and I know a lot of us are alone. I know a lot of us feel broken and like there's no hope, I wish I could sit with you. I'd give you the biggest fucking hug. I wish I could just sit with you. And that's a lot of us, that's all we really need. We want to feel like we matter. And sometimes that spark of another person letting us know, it helps ignite it in ourselves. Sometimes we need a little boost. I love you guys. Reach out anytime. And we're going to continue our journey. All right, y'all.